Yeah. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to avoid burnout and really what does that look like for us? Because
Mm,
obviously it's different for every single person, every family. But what does that look like for us? The reason why we have to focus on burnout is we got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah, we do.
I mean, when you think about our family dynamics, the business, the
Hmm.
things that we're involved in, just living life. Life is
Just
busy now.
yeah, it's a lot of things pulling on us, and a lot of people pulling on us.
So we have to always look at how do we avoid burnout.
Hmm.
So have you ever been burnt out?
Absolutely,
I knew the answer to that question.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a I don't know, a monthly struggle
yeah.
for me, making sure that I avoid burnout.
What are some of the things that kind of takes you there, like get you closer to that burnout spot?
Like when I'm saying yes to too many things, when I have too many things on my plate, when a lot of people are pulling on me and I'm not taking time to retreat back and just rest from
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So personally, like when you start to feel that, how does that affect you personally?
Well, like how do you feel burnout or how do you know? It's typically like you start having brain fog, like a lack of purpose. You may go to sleep and you still are tired. Like there's times where I will sleep and I will wake up with a headache. That lets me know that my body never got a chance to actually just rest,
Yeah.
to go into that deep sleep. Um, it also can look like, getting sick a lot.
Yeah.
Like your immune system starts breaking down. That means your body's overloaded with stress. And I've actually went through that this year. I've been sick at least 4 times this year, which is really not normal for me.
Right.
Normally I can catch like one cold from the kids, but when I start getting sick a lot and I start getting headaches because I really get headaches, then I know I'm literally on the verge
Yeah.
of being burnt out.
And then also too, I think anxiety can build up. You
Oh
know,
yeah, with
you
me, most
yeah,
definitely.
like anxiety attacks or things like that, or
Mhm.
just you're just not functioning in a good space.
Yeah, I haven't had anxiety attacks in years, thank the Lord, but there was a period after we had the 8th child and my body was still recovering, but at the time I was homeschooling full time, work was pressing for you. Um, and then on top of that, you just had a baby, you need to recover from that. At the time the kids were going to a tutorial, that was pulling on me. And the overload of that just started really wrecking havoc on my health
Yeah,
to the point to where I started experiencing anxiety attacks. And
yeah,
that was something that had never happened to me before.
yeah,
And I didn't know how to deal with that. You didn't even know how to deal with it. You would say, baby, calm down, because it was really real to me. It was to the point to where I was having anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And the children didn't even know because it was something that I kept secret. I was ashamed of it because I didn't know what was happening to me. And it was just a lot on me, and I didn't know how to handle it. It was a lot on me physically, emotionally. It was a lot on me mentally, and I feel like it started going into the spiritual aspect.
hmm
But I ended up getting my panel and blood work done around that time, and I
hmm
also learned that like my vitamin D levels were very, very critically low.
yeah.
Vitamin B levels were low. So as soon as I started supplementing, getting my levels back up, just start to say no, I noticed that it started subsiding. And cutting out sugar.
Mm.
That was
Well, that sugar will get you,
yeah,
man.
seriously. I cut out all sugar, and I'm gonna tell you, like most of my symptoms went away
Yeah.
with the supplementation, making sure that I was getting sleep and cutting out sugar.
So,
Yeah.
one thing that I had to learn
Mhm.
as your husband and as your best friend, like when you were going through those anxiety attacks, I didn't really understand it. I was just
Mhm.
like, Tenora's just, she needs to calm down or just,
Yeah.
and so when you're not going through a thing, I wasn't being very empathetic
Yeah.
and I wasn't putting myself in your shoes just because I really never experienced that. I just always thought, hey, you got to calm down, just take a
Mhm.
deep breath, which it was a lot more to it than that.
Oh yeah.
And so one thing the Holy Spirit just had to reveal to me was you're not feeling what she's feeling, thank God, but you need to just take a step back and just try to understand where she's coming from and what she's feeling. And when I started to just give you your space and say, hey, how can I help you while you were going through that, while you were
Yeah.
overcoming that, allowed me to be a better supporter for you, a better listener for you. and it allowed you to, I guess, overcome that a little bit sooner rather than later.
Well, you praying for me because you knew how real it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when I had those attacks, that was my reality. Whatever I perceived, it was really happening.
Yeah.
And my body was in constant fight or flight. And I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. So
Yeah, definitely the praying that was
Thank
definitely
you.
a number one. But it just taught me number one as a Christian, number two just as your husband, and just a person. Like, you never know what people are going through,
Yeah.
and people deal with different things. And so I've had to learn that when somebody's going through something that maybe we've never experienced, that we still need to be considerate of their situation. We still need to be careful around them and just say, how can I help you through what you're going through?
You had an example of that happen to you. I don't know if you want to talk about it. You felt a little anxiety one time at a theme park. And you actually came to
Yes.
me and apologized because you knew what it felt like then.
Yeah.
And you was like, wow, is this what you are constantly feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, that's probably when it really hit me.
Yeah.
And that was probably the Lord saying, let me give you a little taste of what this feels like. Because once I experienced it, I thought, wow, like, I couldn't imagine you going through that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, I was going through a theme park. I was getting on one of my favorite rides, and they put the harness down over me, and it was so tight I couldn't move. And I just started breathing heavy, started getting dizzy. And I was like, hey, let me get off. And I remember before the ride took off, I told the guy, I said, hey, sir, I need to get off of this ride.
Yeah.
And I got off, but I knew what that felt like. So
Yeah.
that
and that was just a little taste. Yeah.
yeah, that was just a really different world.